Let's do the country streak. 7 minutes. I feel like this one could be, if you got endless amount of time, I think you can probably, I guess every single destination is possible to just always pinpoint, you know, if you have enough time. But this one in particular, just trying to figure out which country it is should be a little bit faster. Wow, look at all these trees. Almost looks planted. Looks like they're standing in rows. Don't think that's the case though. Yeah, it's not telling us too much, this. I would say northern/eastern Europe, from what we can see. But that still leaves a lot of options. Alright, we gotta go. So I'm getting very similar vibes to the one we had before, which was Latvia or Lithuania. That type of region. But we could be even further south in Europe, I guess. Okay, we finally got some text here. I would avoid Latvia or Lithuania. Yeah, I'm not saying that it is that, but clip. That seems potentially Polish. Could be Czechoslovakia, something like that as well. Let's see if we can go on. This is interesting. This is the second time today we're actually getting 2 songs in a row with the same musician or artist. Band, whatever. Should I teach you? What are you trying to teach me? How to read Sprestram Zakale. Yeah, from what that seems potentially Polish to me, but not necessarily. We'll see. If you got some insight into how to decipher, or, you know, understanding what language could be what, I'm down. Okay, that's the end of the line. Alright, let's go back and let's go the other way. Okay. Reached the end of the line there as well. That's interesting. And now we're just back to, oh wow. Should have put down a checkpoint, I guess. Those holes in electrical poles. Are we talking about these holes? No. Holes in electrical poles, alright. Let's see if we can spot those again. Holes in electrical poles. This is some okay, yeah, okay, I see. So it's not a thick beam or whatever. That is a nice little touch if that is actually a good indication to what country it is. There are a few countries doing it, but thin ones. Alright. We see a lot of variation here actually in the... Yeah, we also got these. It is the famous Pole Land. Alright, so then my marker should be correct then. Which is what I thought, but yeah, it's not always super easy. It's too hard to read. Well, alright, I guess I'm going with this because I don't think I'm going to find any more information that's going to bring us to a better guess. Yay! Hooray! But yeah, that is an interesting catch with electrical poles. So I guess I should keep an eye out for that. That is a thing that I probably wouldn't have spotted myself. I mean, I might have spotted it, but I wouldn't have thought too much about it or remember that it's significant. So I guess there's more countries doing a similar thing. So I guess I need to narrow it down from there. Fortunately, we recognize the Polish language to some extent. Okay. Let's see what we got here. What the? Danganguaguang. Yep, nope. It's, let's continue on. How long have you played Geo? I mean, I played once in a while previously, I guess before streaming. But then we've been doing this weekly for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Garam Gold. Sentuendam emas sirirasa tingit dengan. I can't even figure out if this is Asia. I think it's Asia. But it also feels like it could be South America. Not 100% confident, but it seemed like a smoking ad in this one country. Okay. You can guess according to that. Yeah, I mean, we all have our, you know, special knowledge. Mine is very weak, though. Pengobatan traditional. Therapy piat urat. I have no idea what this language is. What do we know about the sun? Nothing. It's too cloudy. Oh no. Bensinko. Semurni. This is not ringing any bells at all. Indonesia, it says. Alright, I'm going with that. That's gotta be a good clue. Not necessarily the country we're in, but that's the closest thing to a clue I can get. And if it is Indonesia, I gotta try to remember stuff about... I keep forgetting, you know, every time we learn something, the knowledge is just gone almost next time. So when it's a potential Asian country, and it's not weird symbols, there's a good chance it could be Indonesia then. And the area, we kind of recognize the environment from previous times we've been in Indonesia, if this is actually the correct answer. But I don't think we're gonna get anything... Driving left as well, is that a thing? Yeah, you might be correct about that. I haven't really paid attention to the traffic here since there's been almost no traffic. But that is all. Are they driving on the left-hand side? Because I'm really bad at learning which countries do you drive on the left side. Yeah, I mean, certain countries I remember, but yeah, there's always some curveballs being thrown once in a while. Can I? Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna get any more information from this, unless there is just another reference to Indonesia, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good enough. Philippines drive right, okay. Indo, Thai, Malaysia drive left. Really? Man, there's definitely more countries driving on the left-hand side than I initially thought. Yay! We did it. And we saw actually a lot of colors kind of corresponding with the flag color. Which can also be a good clue. There are surprisingly a lot of countries actually using the flag colors for commercial banners and stuff like that. Not always, and it's not a guarantee, but hello, level 1. North Carolina. I don't think that's a country, but you're pretty close. How are you doing today? Hope you had a good weekend. Alright, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Let's see, the sun is in the south, in the northern hemisphere. Looks pretty cold. Northern Europe would be my initial guess here. And for any electrical pole... Oh, we got some special looking things again. Is it Poland? Winter coverage will leave us 2 countries almost instantly. I mean, this could be Sweden for all I can tell. Don't think so, not yet. No, we're getting some information. Maybe. Can I take one step closer? Thank you. Oh. Well, that's Cyrillic letters, so initial guess would be... Well... We still have a couple of other options here. Maybe the color scheme tells us a thing or two. There's EU flag on the sign. Was there? Jesus Christ, you got good eyes. Well, I guess you're right. There's also some more information here. So I guess that's out of the question then. I feel like none of these countries, I actually don't know exactly which would be... I mean, we also have Cyrillic letters down for the south. Well, let's see if we can get some more information. This road looks very deserted. So winter coverage you mostly find in Bulgaria and Hungary. There is actually a sign here as well, pointing towards something. I guess I'm swapping for this. I feel like it looks... Well, my initial thought was that we were way further north, but then again we haven't really seen any pine trees, so that may suggest that we are further south, I guess. Kind of makes sense. And I'm not sure what the winter coverage, I'm not exactly sure what that means, so I'm sorry if I'm not catching on to your clues here about that. Trees had no leaves. Yeah, I think from your recommendations here as well, I guess it has to be... If I knew which countries were in the EU... Technically it could be Serbia as well, right? If they're in the Union, which they might not be. Nope, alright. Well, Montenegro? Serbia car has no antenna. What does that mean? Well, we're not getting enough information here. I'm gonna have to make a guess here. I'm going according to a qualified guess. The Google car. Wait, this is some weird information. Did we say shadow and there was no antenna? And you know what? That's insane, if that's actually a clue you can go by. Oh, hooray. Alright, we're in for another rough one. That's what happened when we play this game too much. Yep, the very, very unique knowledge to have. So are you saying that the Google car that is taking the photos in Serbia does not have an antenna on it? Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's a weird fucking knowledge. Not visible one, wow. Probably Uruguay. You cannot know that yet. Civility. Yeah, I mean, it is Spanish sounding names right there. Man, you kind of... you kind of probably almost nailed that immediately. That's insane. Let's look at the sun, shall we? It's in the... I would like to say that the sun is just a tiny bit to the north. But usually when it is this close to being north or south, we have been incorrect before, so I would like to say we're in the southern hemisphere, which fits well with being in South America, of course. I actually have no clue what this song is. I'm skipping it. It can be Argentina. I would love to see a car. A car or the car. We're not gonna get too much information here. Should I return and go the other way? I am always doubting myself. I was enjoying the song. Well, sorry, I have no recollection of adding that to my playlist. I must have done that while drunk or something. I'm going back. Let's go. Went that way the other time. But what else do we see here? We see not a lot of mountains. It's a very flat area. It's kind of... Yeah, I don't know what to tell about the climate here. Not really. I would think we're pretty far south, actually. Even though the sun seemed to be very close to the equator from what we could tell, but doesn't feel too hot, right? For me, it looks like Uruguay. Yeah, I mean, it's Yep. I mean, we've been here so many times and then never put a marker here, so I don't know. It seems like the game might have a fondness for Uruguay. And I'm assuming, are there any countries out there that does not have Google Maps? I think there is some of these countries up here. I think someone Googled that at one point and figured out that there is actually no Google Maps for such and such country. So those, I guess you can always just exclude if you have the knowledge. A lot. Okay, well. Venezuela has nothing there. All right, yeah. Well, we're not going to get any more information here unless there is just a house coming up with a flag in their yard. Otherwise, it's not going to be any additional information here. Well, I guess we're making a qualified guess here. Are we happy about this? Paraguay has nothing. All right, that's interesting. Are you sure? And then small ones. All right. Well, let's go with the Uruguay here. See how lucky we are. Ah. I wonder if there is a strat to potentially picking the bigger country. So right now, we had Argentina on the table, we had Uruguay. It is more likely, by random chance, that we will be in Argentina, right? Since it is a bigger country. By just randomly picking a spot, it is more likely to be a big country. Then again, the randomness is randomness, so I don't know if that means anything. Alright, how do I never... Okay, there we go. Well, we're doing kind of okay, but then we stopped getting information. That's always tricky. Let's do one more streak. Let's do the US state streaks. We have 7 as our best. I think we did that last week. That was pretty good, actually. That's gonna be hard to beat, I think. We need to get really lucky if we want to beat this. Argentina number plates have a small dot in the middle. I'm not gonna be able to help here. Come on. See? We're in the United States. Also got a flag. Don't know what that means. Run... The city... non-dis... Bear Boys. Yeah, I'm not getting any information from that one. Ooh, I feel like there could be some really good information on these signs. Let's see if we can step a little bit closer. King William Hustar District. That doesn't make any sense. It probably does. There's also a big castle in the background, or a tower at least. That's very interesting. US. Come on, level 1. Pioneer. I expected you to suggest North Carolina, I gotta say. I'm not... We got palm trees. We do. But it also seems like not that far south. And, you know, for people knowing what this is, maybe that's a really good clue. Gunther House. I'm trying to remember if I've heard Saint Gunther. Pioneer Flour Mills. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not something I've heard of. That's a cool building, though. That seemed important. River walk. Usually when we see the star shape, we are in Texas. Am I getting Texas vibes here? No. It said state in the mill signs. Really? Nah. No. Maybe it was a different sign. Okay. San Antonio River Authority. That's a pretty good clue, I would say. And once again, whenever we see the damn star, so even the one on the riverbed that we saw a couple of meters back, seemed to suggest Texas. But man, it's and we are, from what I can tell, we are in San Antonio, right? I just expected that to be way warmer looking, but I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, we're actually in San Antonio. Interesting. All right, one down. Waffle House. Quality Fuels. Oh, Athens in... Or Jefferson. I feel like I know which state this is, but I cannot remember it right now. Is it Georgia? Athens, Georgia. That sounds reasonable. It is. And we also had, what was the other one? Jefferson? Yeah, okay, well, that seals the deal. Both of them are in the area. Perfect. Thank you for helping out with some knowledge. Athens, Georgia, yeah. These are some interesting houses. Are they like rebuilt motorhomes or something? Or are they just very, very small houses? North Carolina. Well, who knows? No. Okay. And the bins sometimes can be helpful. Not always. It all depends on what information is given to us. Trailer houses. Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Convenience. Something. I think we need to try to leave this little area here. Gateway Terrace. Yeah, can't really tell what it says. Well, it looks like a very flat place. If that's a clue. I mean, I guess I don't know. Indoor pool. I guess I might as well just try to see a road sign here. We do have a road number, North 47th Street. Well, that's not very helpful. Okay, we got a real thing here. Well, let's check these road numbers out if that will help us out. 81 and 29. 81 and 29. Let's try to remember those. Let's see if we can just figure it out by looking at this. So Winnipeg is here, if that's the Winnipeg they're referring to. 29, okay. So we're looking north and east, so we should be coming from this direction onto the 29, right? Because it's very close to being here as well, but since we're turning north and we're driving east, so we should be coming from this side. Could also be further south, but I don't think they would have had a sign for Winnipeg even further south. I could be wrong about that. 81 we also see, which is also here. Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be this one. Alright. Yes, perfect. Yeah, well, this is a good one. I guess we're New Mexico, Arizona, Texas. Could potentially be California as well, I guess. And this is what I imagine American truck sim would be like a lot of times, just driving on roads like this, stretches on in a straight line for so long, nothing to see. That's why I'm kind of hesitant trying that out. Keep going. Yes. We got maybe some information up here. Please just be a sign saying, oh, the best houses in all of New Mexico or something. It doesn't say trespassers will be shot, so I don't know if that tells us anything. Any flags? Any stars? No. This is... It feels like we're not moving. It's just like we're reloading the same picture over and over. Shot, prosecuted, same difference. Yeah, I guess. Okay, there's another house coming up. Maybe we got some really good information coming in here. And I don't know enough about this type of, environment to tell, oh, this bush is indigenous to New Mexico or something. And it's not really desert, right? So it's not a pure desert. What do we call this? A steppe, maybe? Is that it? Tundra? Nah, not tundra. Prairie? Is that it? Once again, it's very flat. Don't know if that helps us pinpointing this. Should I turn back and go the other way? I think we're gonna have the same situation though. Okay, please give us some information here. Yeah, nothing. The fact that we're not seeing any Texas flags might suggest that we're not in Texas. Dark Souls boss. Wait. Is there a boss that you just run around like this? If it was from the DLC from the first game, I probably didn't fight it because I kind of I did things in the wrong order. Marshall Decker Road. Well, very helpful. Trucks turning. Ooh, well, my guess would be one of these states. I guess I'll go with New Mexico for now, just so it's something put down. I feel like New Mexico might be a little bit more deserted though, so we might be a little further north actually. Ooh. Kentucky, please? Is that what it says? Probably not. Larson, please? I'm getting different information here. It doesn't really help. God damn it. Yeah. But you need an item in the catacombs to open up a boss in Arnolando. Oh. Didn't know I missed a boss there. Interesting. Oh, okay. I know which boss you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, I see the reference now. I understand. Welcome. Now, do we believe we are as far south as New Mexico, or this more? Could this be Kansas? I feel like Kansas could be flat. Oklahoma as well. Utah, Nevada. This is more deserted though. I feel like parts of New Mexico this definitely could be. It's not easy. Hello, life proof mines. Welcome to the endless stretch of road that we are getting not a lot of information on. And we're doing streaks right now. We're just trying to determine which state in the US we're in. It's not easy. I've put down New Mexico for now. I got 17 seconds to potentially change my mind here. I think we're actually further north. Oh no, don't tell me we're getting a sign with 1 second left. Are you kidding me? Whew, we were correct though. So we were very far south. That is insane. We actually got a road sign at the very last second. We didn't get to see it, but well guessed. Can be Oklahoma, yeah. Even Texas or South Dakota, yep. I think it could have been a lot of places. Okay, I'm getting East Coast vibes immediately with the style of houses and the wintry feel. It looks interesting, the surface of the tree here. It's like it's shedding its bark. Is it called bark in English? I keep forgetting what it's called. The skin of the tree. North Carolina, could be. Let's look at the bins. They're gone. They're back. Yeah. It's meow. But what is it called? I always look at the bins. Yes, hello, little Rimsky. There were bins for a second, but then all of a sudden we were in a different day and all the bins are gone. It's bark, okay, yeah. I keep doubting myself when I say it because I'm thinking, oh no, that's what a dog sounds like. It can't be the same for the trees, right? Because it is the same, it is the very same word in Swedish. So that's why I thought I might be confused. Violators will be shot, as always. Wonder what's behind the gates here. Could be a community, could also be one big mansion in the back here somewhere. I thought I saw Charlotte's logo on them. Oh, on the bins? Really? Charlotte, North Carolina? I think I know that. Okay. Charlotte, New Hampshire? Also looks like there's something yellow in this one. Well, dead end. Alright. This neighborhood protected by private security guards. Alright, they're very, they don't like people snooping around, I guess. We're private people. Go right at intersection. It is Charlotte, really. Wow. That's amazing. Now, all I gotta do is figure out where Charlotte is. Charlotte, Pennsylvania. Does that sound correct? That's my Starbucks route, really? Are you gonna be correct for once, level 1, about North Carolina? That's insane if this is actually, you know, in your areas. And Charlotte, North Carolina. It was that after all. If you're correct about that. But you should know. I mean, you're a frequent Starbucks visitor, so... So, is it this one you're referring to? Is that the city symbol for Charlotte? Is that it? Or even North Carolina, maybe? Well, you seem sure, and you know, then again, you've always suggested North Carolina, so... Well, I'm gonna believe in you, 100%. Even though I haven't seen any evidence of it, but... Let's see if you know your shit. You do. And, indeed, we were in Charlotte. That's pretty cool. Was it the crown logo? Was that it? Queen City. Alright. You drive this every day. That's insane. That is actually insane. I guess Charlotte, is that an old queen or something? The Queen City? Don't know which Charlotte it's referring to, but that's cool. That's a thing to remember as well. the crown. Does every city have their symbol on the signs? I can't remember seeing that. Not every time, at least. Hmm. Almost seems tropical with, could it be Florida? That would be my instant guess here. Looks a little bit swampy. Volcano Village, could we be on Hawaii? That's not impossible. Head up the highway, Kilauea Lodge. Yeah, I think it's Hawaii. I think that's probably the only option we got here. There's no other, well, there are more volcanoes, not active ones, right? Isn't there one in Yellowstone or Yosemite or some type of park? That is bound to have a big eruption, according to theories. And it's gonna be a major one, felt worldwide, I think. Is that a place called Volcano, or is this pointing us towards a volcano? It seems weird if that's just pointing us to a volcano with a sign like that. So if it's not actually a volcano, then we could be anywhere if it's actually a place called Volcano. Sounds like a weird name for a place though, but let's check this out. But yeah, I feel like those sound very Hawaiian. Hilo, yeah, we even saw that one. And also Kailua. Alright. That is correct. Old exit. RI state law. Rhode Island state law. I believe in that. Yes. Okay, we're actually on our number 7 here, right? So we are on the same personal best as last week, which is cool. Should I look at the bins? Yes, yes. I don't see any bins. Not close enough though. I'm getting coastal vibes again, east or west. Okay, so these symbols might be more common than I've noticed before, or maybe it's just North Carolina having these signs for the city itself. So that is either a mountaintop or an A, maybe? Or an Eiffel Tower? Or a very cool hat. And obviously if every single city has their own symbol, it's gonna be pretty difficult to remember all of those. Unless they're very obvious in what they look like. Can I not? I want to go here. You know? Here. Yes, thank you. And kind of flat, but actually a little bit mountainous in this area. So the only city I could think of that starts with an A, there's more, but I'm thinking Aspen, and then we do have some mountains. And that is like a skiing resort kind of city, isn't it? And just, yeah, the fact that it also looks like a mountain. So Colorado could be it for the state. Northwest Eagles. Northwest. I don't know if that refers to the state or what, because this is not really Northwest, is it? I'm putting that down because I don't have a better option right now. Let's see if we can find some more information here. Do you have a sign here? Well, fascinating. Yeah, once again a mountaintop. Crown Point. Pana Buffet. Alright. Summit Square. And we're not allowed to... Oh, I am allowed to continue. The arrows are lying to me. What the heck? That's rude. How is it that we're in an intersection and there is not a single... I guess these signs are enough for people driving here, but you know... I guess that's enough. I was hoping for something else. Oh, 287. Was it in the shape of the state? No. 287. Is that something we do have here? Possibly. Wait. I said Aspen. Yeah, it is in Colorado. I mean, that's just a random freaking guess. Could be true, could be very false. So where else would you go skiing in the US? I've just decided that we are close to a skiing resort. I probably should have moved towards a mountain rather than in the opposite direction. Don't think we've seen a city name here. Just road names like that over and over. 1.5 minutes. Let's see if we can find something through the city. Oh, finally. Denver is also Colorado, right? And Boulder might just be... Yeah, okay, so we're in Denver now, I think. We're close to it, so yep. I do wonder... Okay, so we're probably not close to Aspen then, but it was a good guess. Yeah, we're right smack in the middle of Denver. Your streak is now at 8 states. That's pretty good. Nemaha River. Pony Express Highway. RR. I have no clue what this means. RR. It's a pirate road? RR. Wait. California Trail. Does it mean that we're in California? I mean, it could. It could also mean that we are on a trail leading to California. I never know how to interpret those, because this is not at all how I would expect California to look. This looks just like Sweden. St. Mary's, Hiawatha. I guess we could look for the river. It didn't seem too big, the river that we drove across. I think we just need some more information here. St. Mary's, don't think that's... well, could be a big city, who knows. 36 and 63. We got 32. I mean, okay, we do have 36. So that's good. But... wait, 63, which one is it? We got 36, so that should be towards the other one. But yeah, this is the problem. The 36 road might just cross the state lines. And one of these roads right here could still be the 36. We don't see any evidence of that, though. So I guess we are in California. We do have some time left here. It seems reasonable so far. Even though... Fairview... will I find the 36 again? Probably not. I wish I could put markers down here as in the regular game, because, yeah. I think we need to move, we also have potential road number. That's very strange. That street in Charlotte, it dropped near you on... is where the Wells Fargo golf tournament happens. Okay. So where we got dropped down is close to the golf thing. I see. Anyone disagreeing with my guess here? And I think we actually noticed this before, that, you know, some of these states, I kind of have my... I got a picture in my mind of how they should look due to, you know, watching movies, TV shows and stuff like that. And obviously the states are pretty big, so there is could be considered considerate amount of changes in the environment and the climate almost. Also inland, on the coast, we've seen clear evidence of that being very different as well. And indeed, level 1. This game is harder than Dark Souls. Looks like weird California. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but... So if it's not... It could be... If 36 continues north... I would be more okay, actually, with... maybe going a little bit further north here. But, yeah, I don't know. Unless something is just... Okay, we've scanned north now, and the road that we found is not continuing north. So, I'm gonna make a guess here. Let's see if it's correct. It's not. So that is interesting. Either it's a really long road that just changes name and becomes 36 again, or it's a different 36. And I might have actually been looking at the wrong type of symbol here as well. Yeah, I think I spotted a circular sign. I should have been looking at the interstate. So that's my mistake. And I guess I should have trusted in my feeling that it didn't look very California-ish. Right? Yeah, I think so. And I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if we could have pinpointed a little bit, could have seen the city right there. And we also saw St. Mary's, kind of a small place as well. So yeah, well, we broke our old record, so that's good. So now we're up to 8 rather than 7. I think that's good.